You're looking for a home gym setup that actually fits into your life, not just a glossy brochure full of features you'll never use. You want something that stays out of the way when you're not working out, that feels safe enough for a beginner, and that doesn't leave you wondering if you just wasted a few $100s. That hesitation is real, especially when the market is flooded with pricey machines that promise AI-powered precision, but end up being more hassle than help. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I spent a few weeks digging through the specs, watching unboxing videos, and reading through the handful of user comments that do exist. What I found is a system that tries to be a jack of all trades. A smart K1 resistance unit, a foldable bench, and a yoga mat, all bundled together. The idea is attractive, but the real question is whether it lives up to the promise of a smart, compact, full-body workout without turning your living room into a cluttered obstacle course. First off, the K1 itself is the centerpiece. It's a motorized resistance unit that connects to an app and claims to adjust the weight automatically based on your performance. In practice, the AI does a decent job of keeping the load in a reasonable range for most bodyweight-based movements, think squat-press combos or assisted pull-ups. The app's interface is straightforward. You pick a program, the unit ramps up or down, and you get visual cues on your phone. For anyone who's tried static dumbbells and found the weight jumps too abrupt, this smooth progression feels genuinely safer. However, the smart part is only as good as the Bluetooth connection, and I noticed occasional dropouts when the router was busy. If you're in a house with thick walls or a noisy Wi-Fi environment, you might find yourself pausing mid-set to repair the link. The bench, labeled B1, folds flat in under a minute and slides under a standard couch or into a closet. I tested the setup in a 7 by 10 foot apartment. The whole bundle, when unfolded, took up roughly the same footprint as a small set of dumbbells and a yoga mat, nothing you can't store away. The bench's surface is padded enough for a comfortable supine press, but the range of motion is limited compared to a full-size bench you'd find at a commercial gym. If you're aiming for heavy barbell work or need a deep dip station, the B1 will feel restrictive. On the other hand, for a quick 3-set chest press, a few rows, and a set of core twists, the bench does the job without forcing you to invest in a separate piece. Speaking of core work, the included yoga mat is surprisingly thick, about 6 millimeters. It cushions the knees during floor exercises and doubles as a surface for stretching after the Smart Unit session. I found myself using it for both a 15-minute mobility flow and as a base for the bench when I needed a firmer surface for leg extensions. The mat's material resists slipping even when I'm sweating, which is a subtle but important detail for safety. Now, who should actually buy this bundle? If you're a busy professional who can carve out 3,045 minutes a day, lives in a small apartment, and prefers guided progression over guessing weights, the K1 plus B1 plus mat combo makes sense. The AI helps you avoid over or undertraining, and the compact design means you're not sacrificing valuable floor space. It also appeals to beginners who are intimidated by traditional gym equipment. There's no need to load plates, and the app gives you a structured plan, which reduces the mental load of figuring out a routine. Conversely, seasoned lifters who already own a set of free weights, a power rack, and a dedicated home gym will probably find the K1 underwhelming. The resistance levels top out around 50 kilograms, which is fine for moderate strength work, but not enough for serious power training. The bench's limited incline options also mean you can't replicate many barbell variations. If you're someone who enjoys the tactile feel of plates and wants to max out on heavy lifts, you'd be better off allocating your budget to a solid rack and a set of plates instead of this all-in-one bundle. A hidden trade-off shows up in the maintenance side. The motor in the K1 is sealed, which means you won't have to oil or adjust it, but it also means you can't service it yourself if something goes wrong. The warranty is standard, but you'll need to ship the unit back for any major fix. For a product that lives in a corner of your living room, that extra step can feel like a hassle if you're prone to moving things around. The bench, being foldable, has a few hinges that can get squeaky after a few months of frequent folding. Nothing structural, but it's a minor annoyance. From a value perspective, the bundle's price sits in the mid-range for smart fitness equipment. You're paying for the integration of hardware and software, plus the convenience of having a bench and mat in the same package. If you